A 9.4 million cut in the upcoming school year. The board had previously approved the plan on February 12th, with last night's vote moving the plan to its next stage. Superintendent for CVUSD, Dr. Francis Esparza, warning prior to the meeting that 29 to 30 staff members could be affected. The district says this is a necessary step to address the ongoing budget shortfall. Now, meanwhile, we're tracking developments out of Oasis Elementary School in Thermal, where parents there received a statement about the school relocating students from the classrooms that followed some deep cleaning efforts. According to the notice, the cleaning took place on Wednesday after school hours. Coachella Valley Unified School District officials saying the products used are suitable for the classrooms and school settings. Now, the district says students from those classrooms were temporarily relocated to other classrooms out of an abundance of caution. The action, however, led some parents to be concerned. District officials say the fire department visited the school on Thursday and confirmed the buildings were safe. However, parents still telling us on Thursday when they went to pick up their children from school, vehicles belonging to a restoration and cleaning company, ServPro, were outside of the campus, and it raised some concerns about the district's process.
We asked what was happening. Everyone seemed confused. They had us wait until someone from the district showed up. According to them, everything was non-toxic, but we heard reports that other children were complaining of health concerns and staff as well. So I would like for the school, for the district to take accountability and to be transparent with us, to let us know what's happening and what the plan is going to be moving forward.
The cleaning process at Oasis Elementary comes after the Coachella Valley Unified School District reported toxic mold findings at two other Thermal schools, John Kelly Elementary and Desert Mirage High School. A convicted felon accused of gunning down an Indio man more than 4 years ago pleaded not guilty on Thursday to first-degree murder and other charges. 28-year-old Pedro Gonzalez was arrested last month following a years-long investigation into the 2021 shooting death of 27-year-old Joseph Espinoza Mendez. Authorities say Mendez was shot while standing in his garage December of 2021. Gonzalez allegedly fired multiple rounds and then fled. His next court date is set for March 16th at the Larson Justice Center in Indio. He's being held on $1.1 million bail at the Bird Detention Center in Murrieta. And two suspects are under arrest following a construction site burglary. This happened in Rancho Mirage. The Riverside County Sheriff's Department saying it happened February 24th at a business off of Frank Sinatra Drive. Investigators say suspects broke into a construction storage container and stole electrical and building materials. After an investigation by the department's robbery and burglary suppression team, two suspects were identified. They were arrested March 5th during coordinated operations in Riverside and Paris involving multiple sheriff's units, including canine and aviation. Search warrants later led to the recovery of the stolen property. Both suspects were booked at the John Benoit Detention Center in Indio on multiple charges, including burglary, grand theft, and possession of stolen property. And around the region this morning, authorities are asking for the public's help in locating a missing 68-year-old man from Cali Mesa. Russell Woods was last seen around 9 a.m. on Monday near 3rd Street and El Serene Lane in Cali Mesa. The California Highway Patrol issued a silver alert on behalf of the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. Woods is 5'8", about 153 pounds, with gray hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a black sweatshirt and blue jeans and may be traveling on foot. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is urged to contact authorities immediately. There are allegations of voter fraud in Riverside County following last year's Prop 50 vote. However, county election officials say the claims are based on misinterpreted data. NBC Palm Springs' Alondra Campos has the story.
Questions about election numbers are once again surfacing in Riverside County, this time from a group of residents who say they found a major problem with how ballots were counted during the special election in November of 2025, where Proposition 50 took the spotlight. These claims prompted the Riverside County Sheriff's Department to conduct an investigation into the county's election process. The claims were presented by the Riverside Election Integrity Team, a group that alleges data from a statewide special election on November 2025 shows that more than 611,000 ballots were cast, but more than 657,000 were counted. The claims were presented during a Riverside County Board of Supervisors meeting on February 10th.
We look at the machine count, and the machine count is 45,896 more than we can account for that are documented. And so all we're asking, Art, is where's the paperwork?
But county officials say the numbers used by the group are incorrect.
The difference where I believe stands is when the ballots are being accounted for in the daily intake logs. Those are USPS ballots. I believe that number is not the correct number that should have been listed on those logs. There may be differences. Why? Because as I pointed out, there's a lot of hands in the pot. In other words, there's a lot of staff working, and it's very possible that those numbers were just not recorded as they should have.
The Riverside County Registrar of Voters says the actual difference between ballots cast and ballots counted was just 103. And to find that variance, which falls under the industry standard of 2%, they compared the number of verified ballots with the number counted before results are finalized. During that same meeting, Art Tinoco with the Registrar of Voters claimed the group's data only took in the handwritten intake of records, which are estimates completed by election officers and not meant to reflect the final number of ballots. In a statement, Executive Director of Riverside County, Jeff Van Wagenen, said, open quote, "The Board of Supervisors and the Registrar of Voters office are committed to safeguarding free and fair elections in Riverside County. The Registrar of Voters continues to assist law enforcement's efforts to preserve election integrity. This is not the first time, however, that the county's election process has been placed under a microscope. A civil grand jury report on the 2020 election found no evidence of fraud in Riverside County and determined that votes were counted accurately." For NBC Palm Springs, Alondra Campos.
All right, we've got a live look outside for you now from our Agua Caliente casino camera, downtown Palm Springs. Overcast today, not something we're too used to here in the Coachella Valley with all of our sunshine, but we're tracking the wind this weekend. Let's check in with Jerry Stephanie. He's got more on our 3-day forecast for us. Jerry?
That's right, yeah. Despite the moisture we have in the upper levels, it's dry at the surface. No rain with those clouds at all. 69 degrees right now in Palm Springs. Winds under 10 miles an hour at the airport. Very dry air in place. 12% relative humidity. That'll be down to the single digits in just a few hours. Just about freezing at Big Bear, 54 degrees, Yucca Valley, 63, 29 Palm, some clouds, 66 at Desert Hot Springs, 71 at Indio, San Gorgonio Pass, 60 degrees at Banning, Cabazon, 61 right now. Winds, yeah, a little gusty out there, but not all that bad. We're kind of between wind moving into the area. Yesterday, we had some gusty winds. We get a little bit of a break today before the winds pick up again tomorrow. But 19-mile-an-hour gusts at Yucca Valley, 20, 29 Palms, teens around the San Gorgonio Pass in Coachella Valley. Again, a little bit of cloud cover over the area, but for the most part, we'll see temps that'll be close to normal today. Mid to upper 70s puts us right where we should be with that Santa Ana wind flow into Southern California, keeping us dry. In fact, relative humidity and dew points will be very low today. Highs include 77 degrees in Palm Springs, 73 Desert Hot Springs, Cathedral City and La Quinta at 78 today. 67 at Banning, 61 degrees at Yucca Valley. Keep in mind, we do have a couple advisories out there. A wind advisory in effect. Does not include the valley, though, but around us. Plus, because of all the winds, yeah, the air quality alert, not all that great for the Inland Empire. That expires a little later on today. And don't forget, heading into the weekend, it's the beginning of daylight saving time, so we're going to see the clocks move ahead 1 hour. That'll be Sunday early morning. Lose an hour of sleep. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, 77 today, 78 tomorrow with gusty winds. Likewise on Sunday with the winds, but warmer weather, middle 80s on a Comfort Air 3-day forecast. Full forecast and 7-day minutes away.
All right, Jerry, thank you. More headlines this morning. The Palm Springs International Film Festival announced its 2027 dates. According to festival officials, the acclaimed festival will run from January 7th through the 18th. The Film Awards will kick things off at the Palm Springs Convention Center on the 7th, with opening night screenings beginning the following evening. Best of Fest programming will wrap up the run on January 18th. This past festival screened more than 170 films from over 70 countries and brought out names like Timothée Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Kate Hudson. Before next January arrives, the Palm Springs International Short Fest is scheduled for June 23rd through the 29th. With the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival about 1 month away, Golden Voice hosted a job fair on site yesterday to prepare for one of the world's top festivals. Hundreds of Coachella Valley locals came out for the job fair, with the turnout being nearly 5 times as successful, over 600 plus applicants compared to last year's 150. With the increase in applicants, a fair that was supposed to go until 2 p.m. had to stop conducting in-person interviews by noon. There was a line forming outside with those still wanting to apply and throw their resume in the ring. But for most who left an application, the money that comes with the job is great, but they say the experience of working the festival is even better. Still ahead on your midday news for Women's History Month, the Betty Ford Center reflects on their mission to transform additional resources. We've got the story coming up after the break, so stay with us.
It's about to heat up.
Watch the BNP Paribas Open. All courts, all matches, live and full replays. Live now through March 15th on Tennis Channel and the Tennis Channel app.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation.
Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. During Women's History Month, staff at the Betty Ford Center are honoring the woman who helped transform addiction treatment nationwide. We're learning more about the former First Lady who broke barriers by sharing her own struggles and helped build a recovery center that's still changing lives a decade later. Kai Beach has the story.
She really flipped the switch to say recovery is possible. She really gave hope and healing.
The Betty Ford Center has a long history of helping people overcome addiction.
I'm Betty Ford and I'm a recovering alcoholic.
And during Women's History Month, staff are honoring the woman who helped pioneer addiction treatment in our desert and across the country.
When you think of Mrs. Ford and her legacy and really coming out and destigmatizing, not just for individuals with substance use disorder, but specifically women.
Vice President Heidi Wallace says former First Lady Betty Ford broke barriers when she publicly shared her struggle with alcoholism and helped launch this facility more than 4 decades ago.
Who would ever want to be an alcoholic, let alone be a grateful alcoholic?
She not only was a woman that came out about addiction and her own disease, she just did things before anybody else did. She also was really behind equal rights for women.
Since that groundbreaking moment, this center has grown into an internationally recognized leader in recovery care. Now, as it continues helping people overcome addiction, leaders say they're also looking to expand services. while honoring the woman who started it all.
As a female and a woman, I'm very proud to be here working at the Betty Ford Center and part of her legacy. And that still lives on through her spirit here. She's very present and alive and everywhere throughout this campus.
I'm Kai Beach with NBC Palm Springs.
Well, today marks the start of the 10th annual LGBT Plus Days in Cathedral City. It's one of the first major pride events of the year in the area, and it brings people from all over to downtown Cathedral City. Today's festivities include an equality rally that starts at 4:30, featuring the pride flag raising at City Hall. Then there will be a pride-themed drone show that starts at 8 in the evening. Saturday will feature live performances at the Community Amphitheater starting at noon. That will be headlined by singer David Archuleta. You may remember him from American Idol. The festivities wrap up on Sunday with a grand market, a parade, and the signature bed raises, which you were just seeing right there. And tonight we'll have live coverage from the LGBT Plus Days. Our Pablo Alsina will be live at 5 and 6, so stay with us for that. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside now. Our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Cloudy conditions out there. Hopefully cooperates enough for all of the outdoor activities that are planned for this weekend. Jerry will tell us more about that after the break.
Stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website.
Yeah, another look at those clouds that we have overhead. Fair weather clouds, very dry at the surface, but the base of those clouds about 20,000 feet up in the air as you look at our Walter Clark 111 cam. Still nice outside right now. A little breezy in some areas. Yesterday we had normal numbers hitting 78 degrees in Palm Springs. That's right where we should be, and we'll be in the upper 70s again this afternoon. 36 degrees at Big Bear, lots of lower 70s in the valley right now, 60 degrees at Banning. And winds a little bit of an issue. They did pick up over the past couple of hours. Basically, the source winds out of the northeast right now. The Santa Ana winds a little gusty in certain areas, around 20-mile-an-hour gusts, Yucca Valley, 29 Palms, Palm Springs, teens around the San Gorgonio Pass. A look at the visible satellite, a camera looking down at cloud tops. You can see those high clouds moving in from the northwest to southeast right now over the Coachella Valley. Radar, yeah, nothing happening here. Like I said, way too dry at the surface for anything to happen as far as rain, but mild and dry today. Mild temps, because they're right where they should be. Upper 70s for highs today, under some clouds with the Santa Ana wind flow into the area. 77 degrees, today's high. Forecast for Palm Springs, 78 at Palm Desert. Overnight lows in the upper 50s tonight. Going to be a pleasant evening with mostly clear skies. Okay, the jet stream is dipping down to the south, and that's one of the reasons we have 70s for highs, but that will snap back up over the next couple of days, and it'll leave a closed low over Southern California. What does it mean for us? Well, the winds will begin to pick up because the pressure gradient between that low and a high pressure center at the surface will tighten up a little bit. So those Santa Ana winds will be gusty on Saturday and again on Sunday. Then that low begins to back off, as does the high, and that pressure gradient loosens up a little bit. So Monday, not as windy, but high pressure in the upper levels begins to strengthen over the area, and the temps begin to warm up. So yeah, we'll see gusty winds in the 20-mile-an-hour range in the Coachella Valley today, but stronger winds Saturday and Sunday. You can see the reds there indicating 30-mile-an-hour sustained winds, especially around Desert Hot Springs and along and north of I-10, where those wind-prone areas are. The wind backs off on Monday. Wind advisory in effect, not for the valley, maybe the West End, San Gorgonio Pass, Inland Empire, area mountains, high desert. That's in effect through this coming weekend. Add to that an air quality alert. That's to the west of us over the Inland Empire. Surface moisture stays very dry today, tomorrow, and Sunday. A little bit of a rise on Monday, but still dry for us in the valley. Talking temps Saturday, upper 70s, lower 80s, and then middle 80s under plenty of sunshine on Sunday afternoon. Comfort Air 70 forecast, upper 70s, a little gusty today, stronger winds Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures move from 78 degrees on Saturday to middle 80s on Sunday. We'll stick around the 80s through Wednesday, 95 degrees on Thursday. If we had an 8-day forecast, we'd be close to 100 degrees Friday of next week.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
The action drama Protector hits theaters today. Our Manny the Movie Guy gives us a sneak peek.
I've been taught all there is to know about taking a life.
Big backgrounds. Thank you. I was inspired. big congrats on Protector. Nail-biting, heartfelt, and very, very relevant. I enjoyed it.
Oh, good. Thank you. It was that way for us filming it too. A lot of nail biting, a lot of tension. And yeah, it was amazing. I mean, this was the first time I actually was a full-blown producer on a project. So for me, it really is my baby.
But giving a life, bringing someone into the world.
Chloe!
By the way, Mila, you got me hooked right in your opening monologue, balancing action with heart. What was the most challenging aspect of playing a strong but flawed hero who's now forced to use the skills she's trying to forget?
You know, I think so much of this movie is also based on guilt, and guilt that I think a lot of mothers can relate to is being absent and wanting to be a great parent, but at the same time wanting to retain some essence of who you are and what you want to do with your life.
In any disappearance, especially that of a child.
And Isabel, you are surrounded by veteran actors here, right? Like Mila, D.B. Sweeney, Matthew Modine. What was the most valuable advice you received on set?
That's a good question. Mila always says, don't be afraid to look stupid. You know, everyone has their different routes, their different ways. And if you get caught up in, oh, but how are they going to see me? Are they going to think I'm weird? Like, you just can't. You have to zone out and you have to focus on yourself and to get in the moment.
You have no idea what you're dealing with.
It is action-packed, the kind of revenge movie of the year, but at the same time, it's really a movie about a mother and a daughter and the love that comes with being a mother and the responsibility of that. I spent enough bullets to keep my my place as the queen of kick-ass.
There we go. The queen of kick-ass herself. A big, big, big congrats on Protector. Again, equal parts drama, intrigue, and action with an unpredictable twist. Good luck on everything, you guys.
Thank you.
I'm coming for you.
Before we go, don't forget the Coachella Valley Wildflower Festival is this Saturday at Civic Center Park in Palm Desert. It runs from 9 to 4. It's an annual celebration that brings environmentalists, nonprofits, and vendors from across the Coachella Valley and beyond to celebrate. The event is free and it's open to the public, so we hope that the wind cooperates for them this year.
A lot of rain in Central California. Death Valley has a lot of green and colors over there because of all the water. Okay, as far as tonight, don't forget that it's going to be above normal over the weekend. Don't forget to set your clock ahead 1 hour as you head to bed on Saturday evening. Daylight saving time begins.
Good reminder. We'll see you at 5 and 6.